Chariots were like tanks. I never thought about that. But that isn't interesting. I mean, that fits in perfectly with the old observation that the United States is the new Rome. And if you go by the cycles, if you believe in their actual, like, years, like how long they work, you know, how long the cycles continue, we're about at the end of our cycle because the Roman Republic lasted 250 years before becoming the Empire, and we're quickly approaching our 250th anniversary of the United States. I definitely believe in the cycles. I mean, or at least it's a fucking interesting theory. Okay, so what did you get? What disease did you get? Tapeworm, more food? Maybe we can fix you and have someone else, yeah, let's fix you up. It's kind of cheap even. And we'll use Joe, probably, while we wait. Okay, what else? What else do we need to do? Anyone level up any more? Is level... Yeah, they did. So let's upgrade... We won't upgrade you because we're not using you yet. There's no reason to do that. Weaponsmithing level 2. Oh, okay. I need 20 scrolls or deeds. Can I do some trading? The only thing that seems to give me deeds are these, really. Which is... I need 21 of them, so I can only give 18, and that's not enough. Shit, we might want to just... Oh, we can... Well, yeah. Alright, let's look at the other thing. Let's look at the skills. Upgrading the skills would be very useful, too. People also said the Great Depression was the end of the U.S. Oh, yeah, I mean, that's kind of... People look for that kind of thing. All the cycles of Paleolithic do not apply as rigidly they do now, and people have argued that cycles don't count because they change with the industrial setting. I don't know. It's extremely interesting, but I really have no idea how true any of this is. Okay, we need more of this stuff, too. Alright, well, let's upgrade the armor so we can get some armor on everybody. Yeah. And in fact, wait, how much was it to upgrade getting the cost lower? That's not too much. We can probably do that. Yeah, there we go. Cool. That'll save us a little bit of cash.
Mold the metal. We are raising an army.
And Joe. Can't do that. Right. Yeah, you're level 0. That's true. I mean, it's not going to be an easy thing to solve. It's not going to be something simple because you're right. I mean, it's fucking... Everyone's been talking about this forever. I mean, absolutely. And that goes back into this, how we tell the same stories over and over. It's because we're really trying to figure out what the fuck we are and who we are and what does it mean to be a human being. And we haven't figured that out. I mean, it's been hundreds of years and we don't really, like, it's still like there are facets to it that we don't understand. And so we tell the same stories because they resonate in the same way because it tells us something about ourselves that we still don't know. Or something like that. What do we want to give this guy? A regular old crush, that's good. I think we want defender. 5,000 years old? Yeah, I don't know. Human civilization, it's... something like that. I guess it depends on where you define it. But yeah, I think if you go back to like what do they call it? You know, like the... I don't fucking remember the names. The, like, Indo... I don't remember. Very early civilizations. You know, like the fertile river civilizations, Indus River Valley, that kind of shit. Then, yeah, I think it is something like... Yeah, the Sumerians, but there was another name, like a more general name for that kind of thing that I can't remember what it was called. It's... But yeah, if you go back to like the Sumerians or something, I think it is something like 5,000 years. Okay, so we want defender, so let's go get that on him right now. We want that for sure because him guarding is very good. And the riposte fits together with that perfect, so we definitely want that as well. A buff I'm not really feeling. A buff for dodge and speed is a bit better. A debuff I'm not really feeling either. Something that knocks someone back is good. So I think we want these two and these two. That sounds good. Yeah, stun and yeah, that's what I want. Simple, but he doesn't need to be complicated. This is just what he needs to do. Yeah, you don't need that. You need that. You don't need that. You need that. Perfect. There are some of these people that did not experience cycle. Do you mean like certain civilizations in time that didn't, because they were so early on, or what do you mean? Or there was some sort of something that... Yeah, I don't know what you mean. Or just, you know, certain civilizations that didn't experience it. Is that what you're saying? I guess this is all good. Okay, next place we go to. What do we got for rewards? Oh, right. Yeah, what did we get? We got a healing skill. Okay, here we go. Perfect. Sweet. Do you have anything else we want to equip? That's going to help a lot. Well, maybe. I mean, 15% isn't huge, but it's good. Something for the abomination. Less stress inflicted. It's actually fucking great. Oh, but that's for killing the necromancer. We might do that soon. I mean, it's not like we're doing pretty well, is the thing. We've unlocked bosses everywhere else. Maybe we should go to the cove since we haven't been there yet and progress this a little bit. Gives us a Houndmaster, dodge, and speed. I actually like that. We have a pretty good Houndmaster, too. Oh, not the same cycles like the Romans did and the civilizations other than the Roman that came up and died. Dying to various reasons. We only know a fraction of some of it. Yeah. And it's also, some people say that the cycles are more of like a European thing, which is, you know, like the majority of civilizations we think about, but not necessarily the majority of civilizations that ever existed. And they might not have, at the very least, they might not have the same cycles, but they also might not go in cycles the same way. Okay, let's stock up. And I guess that's good. Let's take 2 bandages, I suppose. Sure, that's fine. Yeah, I mean, yeah, Mesoamerica, Persia, Southeast Asia. Yeah, exactly. Like, I don't know enough about those countries to say either way, but I would not be surprised if they didn't have the same sort of cycles at the very least, even if they are in cycles. I wouldn't be surprised if they were significantly different.
Are teeming with pelagic nightmares. They must be flushed out. Carelessness will find.
I think that was something that G.K. Chesterton talked about, actually. He's like this famous Catholic writer who talked about how he said it seems that Christianity almost, like the Romans were about to die off as a civilization, and then Christianity took over, and he said he thought it was ironic the way that ever since Christianity has taken over, it seems like the civilizations that follow it die and are reborn in a way similar to the story of Christ. He thought it was a really interesting, like, because he saw much smaller time cycles, not the grand, like, hundreds of years ones, but he saw it in a much smaller term. And he thought it was interesting how European civilization never dies. It never, like, it has never died off. It's always comes back to life. I'm actually gonna heal this guy in the back. He got some good damage done to him. And maybe you're overthinking this and just should just chill and play video. Yeah, well, you know, you can do both. Stress per round. Oh shit, that's not... This kind of shit's interesting. I mean, I could talk about this kind of thing all day and probably talk in circles and not get much accomplished, but can't wait for Halloween. You doing something for Halloween, or are you just looking for an excuse to play some spooky shit, or? Because I don't think I have any plans for Halloween at all. Because I'm not really used to making Halloween plans. I don't know. Hey, Kefka, how's it going? We were just talking about civilization as a whole and the cycles that it may or may not follow, and sort of grand meanings of life and that kind of thing. It's going good. You're just chilling? Yeah, I mean, Halloween's it is just a cool holiday. I mean, I like it. It's the atmosphere of it is pretty high up there holiday-wise. It's probably my second favorite. Maybe? I don't know. I don't know. It's hard to rank holidays. But Halloween's pretty great as far as just getting... You can immediately get into the mood of Halloween. Easy. There's not... Like, it is just... It's got the perfect atmosphere to get into. Where, like... I think Christmas is also high up there for, like, good atmosphere as far as, like, a more sort of cozy sort of thing. But, like, most other holidays, you don't get that immediate, where it's just so easy to fall into Halloween. So you're talking about nothing. Life equals meaningless. I don't know about that, friend. Might have different opinions on that one, buddy. I'm not exactly a big nihilist myself. We've already done the buff, so let's get the solo going so we can do the finale next. Yeah, we were talking about that, and yeah, about how things go to shit. Which is what got us on cycles, because we were talking about maybe mediums of art and whatnot going to shit as a cycle. And I think it might be. But, I don't know. It's really hard, because the more you look into it, the more it seems to make sense, but it's almost impossible to tell if that's just, like, you seeing what's not there and just seeing what you want to see. Because it really does, it's a nice explanation. It works. But, I mean, there are a lot of other explanations that don't work, so I guess that sort of helps a bit to give it some credence.
Continue the onslaught. Destroy.
Oh, I mean, that's what we do. Yeah, patterns. Exactly. Connections. I mean, we're almost too good at that, really. Because you look at the way that, like we love to connect one thing to another thing and see patterns between them, but even just very minor things. Like there's that old, I mean, it was even in the fucking Office, where, like, what were the fucking names? There's Dwight, and then there was, whoever the fuck. Who is that fucking guy? The guy who sat next to Dwight and fucking whatever. He would like, whenever the phone rang, he would ask for a mint or something, so then those two things would be connected in his mind, because that's what the mind does. You know, when you... Jim! Yes, thank you! Jim! Yes. Jim would, like, ask for a mint from Dwight whenever the phone rang or something. No, he would give him a mint whenever the phone rang. And then the phone would ring, and Dwight would expect a mint, because those two things were connected in his mind, because that's just what we're built to do. We're built to connect things perfectly. Like, just everything is connected to everything else. We notice patterns, even when they're not there. I mean, I don't know. Remind you to show me the crazy conspiracy theory shit. I love conspiracy theory shit, so I will definitely ask for that. About how every figure in human history of large note was a tranny. From Hitler to Shakespeare. No. No way. I want to read that because that's got to be batshit. But also, does it not let you say tranny? Can you really not say that? Is that like a Twitch thing, or is that like my channel got that like moderation thing turned back on? Because I keep being very suspicious that it's getting turned on by itself, and I forgot to check it. John Wayne Gacy. It just doesn't let you say it. Your message wasn't posted due to conflicts with the channel's moderation setting. What the fuck? Well, if you don't mind a quick... Let me just... let me check that. I should be able to change that very easily, I think. If I just go over to the other screen here, settings. Where the fuck would it be? Channel. Auto mod. Inappropriate for younger audiences. Yes. Okay. That's... Automatically hold risky messages. No. Your current auto mod level is level 0. I have no blocked terms. Opt out of commonly blocked terms. Yes, I don't want any blocked terms. Permitted terms. Add words or phrases to be permitted. Fucking any of them. I have them all I'll have to look at this later. I don't understand why it's not, because I have it on 0. I have it on don't block anything. That bugs me a lot. But okay. Fine. We'll just have to deal with that for now. Be creative. You've been getting around it. Now I gotta get this set up back a little bit. There it is. Okay. Miracle mineral supplement people that think bleach can cure everything. Like curing autistic kids with bleach. Please don't. Please don't. Jeez. That is bad. Bleach fucks people up. I mean, that is not a joke. I mean, I remember my grandpa was telling me, he was telling me an old story about, I guess we'll get rid of some stress on this guy or something. Yeah, cool. That is nuts. Yeah, my grandpa was telling me he knew some guy who, I think it must have been a construction job or something. He would like smoke weed all the time. And he said he knew a surefire way to get past any test that they would take. And it worked. What he would do is, right before the test, he would fucking drink bleach. And then he would take the test and there would be no marijuana in his system. And it worked every time. But my grandpa said he would always ask, like, is that fucking worth it? Like you're fucking slowly killing yourself so that you can keep up your, like, degenerate habit. Like, obviously it's affecting you. Like, if this is what... If you're willing to do... It's not even the fact that it's weed. I mean, if you're willing to drink bleach so that you can take some substance, you probably should not be taking that substance unless it's fucking water or something, and you're drinking bleach so that you can somehow get water because some sick, demented person is keeping water from you unless you drink bleach. I don't know what situation that would be, but... It's crazy. Drinking bleach, it's just... I fucking hate the smell of bleach, too. So just the idea of drinking that is... It doesn't sit right with me. That makes me uneasy. And especially the idea of, like, parents having their kids do that or something. Like, that's fucked up, man. Like, don't do that. Please don't do that. Yeah. Buff everybody. Yeah, definitely send me that shit on Discord. I am very interested in reading this crazy shit. You just keep healing. I mean, it seems like we need that a lot. And finish him off. We're still doing very good. I mean, I'm not even paying... I'm like half paying attention to this shit because we're talking about some serious stuff. And I'm still seem to be doing great. But I'm sure this game ramps up fast. We're early stages. There we go. Cool. We didn't even get to use this finale, but whatever. It's fine. This Jester's actually... I was kind of doubting how good he was, just because he can only use the finale one time and all that shit, but I think I'm actually going to keep it how it is, because these buffs are great. Just that extra speed to get more turns and stuff. It's really good. And even that stress heal was like not bad. Minus 11 stress. I mean, that's something. I mean, it's not too bad. I'm not a big fan of stress heals in the battle for the most part, but wasn't bad. We usually don't last enough turns on these battles for the Jester to need more attacks. You'll save me from more of the fucked up details. You don't need to baby me. I think I can take it. Probably. I mean, like, if it's too fucked up, if it's pictures, I mean, maybe don't send it. I mean, pictures are like, you can't unsee something, but you can just stop reading. You know, you can't stop looking at something. You know, that's there forever. But, although even pictures, medical pictures never really got me. It was always like shock images and stuff never got me too much, except for like gay shit. Gay shit was always just like, okay, fucking why, please. Bleach enemas. Yeah, okay, like if there are pictures of that, don't send me that. They have their intestinal walls fall out, and the parents claim that it's parasites leaving the body. Ugh. Ooh, that's that's really not good.
The wounds of war can be healed, but never hidden.
That is, oh, I don't like to think about that one. That I see why you're warning me about that. That's nasty. How do you explain to someone like that? Could you think you could ever convince someone who's willing to do that they're wrong? Like that's just like that you're fucking up your kid like pretty serious? Oh yeah. Single-handedly, you have changed the course of this stream into very interesting topics. And yeah, this is gonna be up on YouTube with a few more people than watching right now. But yeah, it's most of them that do this say they're beating the medical industrial complex. That's the insidious thing. That is what I've noticed about people who are crazy, is that they're not. It's always Kefka's still here. Good. But it's always like the crazy is always based in some amount of truth, right? Is the medical industrial complex, or whatever the fuck you want to call it, you know, are there fucked up things about like the way medicine is handled in the US or in the Western world or whatever? Yeah, there's fucked up, because everything is, you know, like everything's got something fucked up about it. So it's not exactly a stretch of the imagination to say it's fucked up. But it's like if they complain about, like, you know, people are being prescribed too many painkillers, or, you know, or getting addicted to opiates, and, you know, that kind of thing. It's like, yeah, there are legitimate problems. The solution is not bleach, okay? But that's the problem, is like, they're never 100% wrong. They're always 90% wrong, right? Or they've diagnosed the symptom but not the disease, or, you know, it's always almost true. At a very small, yeah. Vaccine deniers, yeah, it's a similar thing. Like, is the fact that there's mercury in vaccines, despite there not needing to be, a bad thing? Yes. Should you get vaccines? Probably. I mean, those two facts can coexist. But, like, that's all, I mean, that's the thing. There is some truth to it. Like, that's always bothered me after I found out that some of these vaccines, they don't need to have that much mercury in them. And, like, some of the newer ones, they just take it out. Like, yeah, okay. But it's kind of like, it's like throwing the baby out with the bathwater, right? It's like if you were one of the first people, like years ago, decades ago, if you were one of the first people to find out that, that lead was poisonous in, like, lead paint. But instead of saying, okay, let's try and tell people about this and get less lead in the paint and, you know, make paint better all around. Instead of doing that, you decide, let's not live in a house because houses have lead paint. You know, let's just be homeless because then we won't have to deal with lead. It's like, it's a little, you got a little far there. How about you just avoid lead? How about you just try and fix the lead problem, right? That's not a hard one. It didn't take, we basically fixed that problem. Like, it's fixed. They say autism is the mercury in the brain. Well, that's not quite right. Yeah, that's fasting will cure it. Interesting. I don't know. I can't knock fasting. I think fasting is a fine habit. It even has health benefits. But autism, I don't know. I can't imagine it. I haven't exactly read any studies on the effects of fasting on autism. But, you know, I doubt it. I doubt it does much.
A momentary abatement.
Well, yeah, yeah, it would not get mercury out of the brain. Yeah, absolutely. I don't know. It's kind of... You kind of forget sometimes how fucking crazy people are. It's just something... I don't know. I don't know if it's just a defense mechanism. and you just naturally kind of ignore it. You know, the average person just... Or a person who's not susceptible to this kind of thing, as unsusceptible as anyone can be, you know, you just kind of like try and put that behind you and just, you know, okay, some people are crazy, but fine. You know, don't think about that. Because you'll go crazy yourself thinking about how they could be that crazy. And maybe it's not even crazy, maybe it's just dumb.
They can be beaten.
It's always baffled me whenever I look at like average IQ scores and where like, I don't know, you look at someone with like an average IQ for some group of person, or even just an average IQ, you know, in general, just on average, and then you look at someone who has that kind of IQ and what they're doing, and you think like half the population is below this. You're right though, smart people do fall for that kind of shit too. So yeah, desperation makes more sense. That's true. That's actually, that's fair. I can see that. I guess that's just kind of emotions coming over. Because I mean, and when you put it like that, that makes me feel bad for them. I mean, they're still fucking using bleach and shit. I mean, fasting doesn't do that much harm if they're not fasting for like very, very long periods of time. I mean, again, people fast for like a diet now, and I mean like intermittent fasting. You know, fasting for like the morning and then not eating until noon. I mean, I fucking do that. It's good, and I get more work done when I'm hungry. There's no harm in that. If they're fasting for like fucking weeks, then yeah, I mean that's fucked up. But the people with like bleach and stuff, I don't feel that bad because don't please. But I mean, yeah, they're desperate. That makes me feel bad for some of them. You know, the ones that don't do bleach, but the ones that might do similar stuff that's not as harmful. It makes me feel bad because like, yeah, I mean, if your kid has autism or is dying or something like that, if my kid was dying and there was nothing I could do, or my kid had autism and there was nothing I could do about it, and, you know, he had really serious autism or whatever, you know, yeah, I'd feel bad about it. And you'd feel kind of like powerless and like, what am I supposed to, how do I solve this problem? And people want to solve problems. And if they don't find an answer, they'll find one. You know, they'll find something that might solve it. And it's better than doing nothing. Except in the case of bleach, in which case it's fucking not better than doing nothing. Average ASVAB score in my school was a 30. I've never taken the ASVAB. That's the military score test, isn't it? I don't remember, I don't remember what that's graded out of. I assume 30 is very bad. But I never took the ASVAB. I had some friends that took it, but I don't remember their scores. It's not out of 100, is it? Because I think I remember someone telling me they got a 90 or something. But maybe I'm thinking of something else. I don't know.
Compassion is a rarity in the fevered pitch of battle.
How do we want to do this? Get a riposte on? Since we can't kill anyone? Yeah, let's get a riposte, I guess. Out of 99. Okay, yeah. Yeah, I think I had a friend who took it who got like a 90 or something, but I don't really know anyone else's scores off the top of my head. 30's pretty fucking bad, though, out of 99. I'd actually be interested in taking it just out of curiosity, because I remember how, although I've heard, my friend who got like a 90, after he did that, he was dumb enough to like give his email or something, so he got a bunch of, because that is the military one, that's what I'm thinking of, right? If that's what I'm thinking of, I'm pretty sure he said like that, like afterwards, he just got tons of fucking shit, like spam mail and like mail at his house and stuff, that was just asking for him to like join the army and shit. No, yeah, they didn't tell me they got a 99. It was just a 90 flat, I think. Or maybe an 89, but something like that. Yeah, I'd be kind of interested in taking that just because I'd be curious. I should just finish off the guy in the back. Oh, okay. Doesn't matter. Finale, and we're good. We're getting some stress damage here that's a little worrying, but other than that, we're doing still pretty well, and I think we're almost done. Not really.
Push on to the task's end.
So I want to get some healing, just a little bit. Yeah, just a tiny bit. Make sure we got torches available. There we go. I don't know. It's almost like when you see some of these questions, you get reminded of how there's not always just simple answers. Like it might very well be a combination of desperation, stupidity, and a number of other things that all just create the perfect storm of shit parenting and dumb ideas. But that's not a nice thing to think about either, because then it's like, well, how do you fucking fix that, right? If it's just one of those things, it's like, okay, we can tackle this problem. If it's all these things, it's like, what, do I have to solve all these fucking problems to fix this? Like, yeah, right, man. Getting in the 90s is great, and I can believe it. I got a 78, and I got bombarded with offers even after I enlisted. Yeah, I'm very curious now. I might take it if there's a possibility of taking it without giving any information. Sent you a link to a place that does shit to cure autism. Not bleach, but they do milk and manipulate people. Oh, yeah. Yeah, I mean, that's just fucking scams, and it's crazy how many people fall for scams. It's also just, it's sad. It really is. Yeah, just keep healing, buddy. Can you move up? Do you have anything that moves you up? Yeah, you do. Okay, this is actually pretty sweet. Isn't this Chris-Chant here where he's able to lead a normal life, he just chooses never to do so? What do you mean? I'm not sure what your comparison is there. I think I'm missing something. You kill this guy? Nice.
Impressive.
Yeah, just finish him off. Or not. Oh, you're saying, oh, I see what you were saying. You're saying this isn't, these people, right. They're trying to treat people that are really bad off, not Christian tier. Okay, I gotcha, yeah. They're claiming cures for really serious cases, is what you're saying. Yeah. But that's the thing. The worse off the person is trying to get the cure, or their parents trying to get the cure, or whatever, the more desperate they are, right? So, I mean, that makes sense. They're not going to market themselves to someone who's just a little autistic or whatever, you know. They're going to market themselves to people who are hopeless. So to speak. Right.
As victories mount,
Oh, quest complete. Hey.
too will resistance.
Depending on how the scout goes, we might keep going. Let's at least get that curio, I guess, and then we might leave. We are kind of high on stress, and we don't have a good heal here. I saw that the other day. Yeah, Christian was discovered 10 years ago. That's crazy. Do you think if the internet hadn't found out about him, do you think he would have maybe gotten over this kind of thing? If he wasn't, because it's almost like he got sort of egged on by it. Not egged on, but like made fun of in a way that his reaction was to like just say, fuck the trolls or whatever he kept saying. And maybe if he wasn't egged on like that, he wouldn't have got such a hard stance on it. I don't know. I don't think necessarily that's the case, but it's an interesting thing to think about. I guess, yeah, probably what's more likely is he would just be unknown, but still fucked up. Only meditate because he's enlightened. Quick reflexes. Less stun resist, but more speed on first round. That's not bad. Stress if health below 50. That sucks. Speed if torch below. I'm not really working with low torches right now. Probably would have been better, but he'd still be fucked up. Maybe. Even before the internet, he could not have held down a job at McDonald's. He got fired in 3 days. Well, okay. That about answers the question, doesn't it? Yeah, that's... Yeah. Alright, that makes sense. It's hard to imagine that kind of person could do much better. But it still feels like it's his fault, mostly. Like, the way... Everything I've seen of Christian, I don't feel that bad for him, because it always seems to be his... like conscious decisions. Like he isn't that autistic. I mean that is a strange fucking sentence to say about Christian. But you see some people with autism and they're a level or two above that, you know. Maybe I'm underestimating the autism, but ooh, another flagellant or whatever it is. That'd be good. We could actually use one. We don't have one anymore. What else we got? Crusader, we have one of. A Leper. Looks like kind of a frontline guy. Regular damage attack against people in the front. Damage against 2 guys in the front. A knockback, clear corpses. Interesting. We haven't really come into that problem before. A buff on self, more damage, less dodge and protection. A stress heal, another self heal, intimidate. He doesn't seem amazing, honestly. When he was at university, he got brought in by the dean or something for carrying around one of his girlfriend's signs, and he threatened her and kamehameha'd her. I need to read more Christian lore. I'm realizing I'm not that up to speed on the whole history of this. Do we have a bounty hunter? I think we do. Yeah. Oh, we don't have an arbalist either. That'd actually be pretty good. A back row ranged guy. Who do we have that we don't need? Let's sort by stress. Anybody who's really stressed that we don't need, we might want to get rid of. No. Maybe just doubles then. We got 3 of these guys. We don't need them. Don't need 3 plague doctors.
It is done. Turn yourself
and this is all pre-discovery. Yeah. That's yeah, he wasn't going anywhere, you know. That's not surprising, I guess. More speed if torch above. Oh, that's good. Which is good. Yeah, it's good because your speed is terrible. I think we'll get an arbalist and also the flagellant, or I still don't fucking know how to say it. Let's repair, let's get rid of somebody to replace him with. Honestly, the other plague doctor. I don't even think we need 2 plague doctors. 1 is fine for now. Let's get you. Although I guess we could have probably upgraded this. Yeah, we could have actually... No, we don't have enough deeds. Alright. Everyone in this chat has done more in their lives than he has. Yeah, that's... I mean, I would be almost impressed if any of you was not up to that level. You know, had not done more than him. I don't think that's, you know, like, that's not that impressive. It's just, I don't know, sad for him, but not sad because it's basically his own fault. Who do we want to bring with? I think we want to replace maybe Joe and Pippin to get some stress back. If we got anyone good to replace them with, I guess we'll do that. Do we have a good frontline guy? You might be good. No, you're not a frontline. Flagellant's probably frontline. Yeah, maybe we'll do that. We also got Ronald, but we kind of want to heal up some of his stuff. We should actually do that, but... yeah, we can try... We can try you. We're going to try you. Get out of there. You go there, and if we want to get the back row out of there... Are you back row or third row? You're back row. That would work. Case Divide is pretty good. We'll get him in there. And we don't want too many new guys. Yeah, it'd be pretty bad if anyone in chat was less accomplished than Christian. I mean, that's like suicidal level, you know, if you're to that point. I mean, get help. And I mean, honestly, like, just like, really, if you're 25 and you've done less than Christian did at 25, hell, if you're fucking 18 and you've done less than Christian, I mean, like, you know, seek some guidance. Contact a therapist or a priest or someone.